So today I'm going to be helping you out with a problem on the review packet. We're going to be talking about Chapter 1, Points, Lines, and Planes, and going over question 6, and that's A, B, C, and D. So to do this problem, you should know how to set up your drawing, equations and expressions, and dealing with variables, and just making sure you understand how to write them. When doing this, it can get tricky, so be aware of your calculations and where you place your values on your number line. And making sure you understand what the problem is asking. So let's get started. So I wrote down the first step of the problem for you guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up your equation as AB plus BC equals AC. So we know that the total length is going to be 10 plus 20 because that's the length of AB and BC together. So this is actually one of the easier parts of question 6 because all you have to do is add these two parts together. And that's the segment addition postulate, so just be aware of that. So we know that 10 plus 20 equals 30. So your total length of A to C is just going to be 30. So here's part B. I set up another number line. As you can see, we are now given the total of A to C, and we're also given B to C. So the question is asking if AC equals 20 and BC equals 12, then what's the length of AB? Now for this one, it's a little bit different because you're no longer solving for the total, but instead just an individual segment. So the first thing that you're going to do is set up your equation. So AB is equal to 20, which is the total length, and then minus BC, which is 12, because that's going to get you your individual segment. So we'll solve that out. So AB is equal to 8. So part C is a little bit trickier. In this case, you're given all the different values, so we know that AB equals x, and BC equals 2x plus 30, and we're also given that the total length A to C is equal to 90. So it's nice that we're given all of that, but now it's a little bit trickier now that we're dealing with x variables. So I'm going to walk you through how to set up the equation. And this is a very important skill. If you don't know how to do this, you should touch up on this before you try these problems. So 90, which is the total length, is equal to x plus 2x plus 30. Because we know that x, which is AB, and BC, which is 2x plus 30, added together is going to get you AC. So solving this, we combine x and 2x together because those are like terms. So 3x, and then we keep the 30, and then equal to 90. We can subtract 30 from each side, so 30 over here, and 30. To get us 60 is equal to 3x. And then dividing both sides by 3, we know that x equals 20. Okay, so this is by far the hardest part of the question because there's two steps to this. First, you're going to solve for x, which is by making another equation. Thankfully, we're given all parts of the number line. And then next, we're going to solve for AB by plugging back into 2x plus 10, our found value. So setting up the equation first, we know that the total length is 9x minus 70, and then that's equal to 2x plus 10 plus 5x plus 40. And then as we did above, we're going to combine like terms, so we know that 2x and 5x can combine together. And then we also know that 10 and 40 can combine together. So what we have now is 9x minus 70 is equal to 7x plus 50. So solving in this, the first thing to do is subtract 7x from 9x to get 2x. And then adding 70 to 50 over here to make 2x plus 1, or 2x, pardon me, is equal to 120. So our final step here is to divide by 2 on each side. And that's going to get you that x is equal to 60. So while we have this value over here, we know that we're not done yet. And the next thing to do is to plug it back into AB to get us our length value. So since it's 2x, we're going to multiply 2 by 60 and just substitute that value in. And then we're going to add 10. We know that 2 times 60 is equal to 120, and then adding 10 is going to make it equal to 130. So our total side length of A to B is equal to 130. This concludes question 6 on the review packet. I hope this helped you guys out. Once again, we are reviewing chapter 1, points, planes, and lines. And once again, just beware of calculations and knowing how to set up your number line. But I hope everything goes well for you guys. So thanks for watching.